Cause what you got to lose, 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 got to lose. I won't give up, I won't back down until the line's
Supersonic monkeys, vampires, talking fishmen, and all sort of different supernatural monsters living alongside humans. This has been part of the daily life in Hellsalam's lot, formerly known as New York City. For some time now, when a gateway between Earth and the beyond opened 3 years ago, New Yorkers and creatures from the other dimension alike were trapped in an impenetrable bubble and were forced to live together. Libra is a secret organization composed of eccentrics and superhumans, tasked with keeping order in the city and making sure that chaos doesn't spread to the rest of the world. Pursuing photography as a hobby, Leonardo Vaz is living a normal human life with his parents and sister. But when he obtains the all-seeing eye of gods at the expense of his sister's eyesight, he goes to Hellsalam's lot in order to help her by finding answers about the mysterious powers he received. He soon runs into Libra, and when Leo unexpectedly joins their ranks, he gets more than what he bargained for. Grisaya no Rakuin begins right at the end of the previous installment. Grisaya no Miku, Kazami Yuji, is arrested under suspicion for terrorism. Each video showing apparently concrete proof that Yuji committed these acts, and he is held in custody by Ichigaya. Ichigaya knows full well that Yuji didn't commit the crimes he has been accused of, but he did fail to assassinate the leader of the terrorist organization with an extremely devastating weapon in their possession. In fact, Ichigo have their own plans for future. But all may not be lost for Yuji. The girls of the Mihama Academy are not about to let Yuji be used for political gain, and neither may the mysterious new figure which appears before them. In a post-apocalyptic world, overrun with mutated beasts called Filth Monster, humanity is forced to live in large mobile cities called Regios and learn to use special weapons called Diet by harnessing the power of Ki to defend themselves. In the Academy City of Juleni, Leifon Alsif is hoping to start a new life and forget his past. However, his past has caught the attention of Karen Loss, the manipulative student council president, and Nina Antak, a martial arts student and captain of 17th Military Arts Platoon, who instantly recognizes his abilities and decides he is the perfect candidate to join her group. However, with a secret past that would leave him alone and unknown powers beyond normal, Leifon just might not take it. In a fantasy version of Europe, a war between enemy countries is brewing. One of these countries has its 7 regions ruled by war maidens known as Vanidis, equipped with powerful dragon-carved weapons. Alan Veltaria, one of the Vanidis, launches an invasion against their neighboring rival country of Brunn. Eventually, Tigreborn, a young archer and an Earl of Brunn's region of Alsace, has his entire army decimated at Alan's hand. In a strange twist of events, Alan spares Tigre and gives him the order, "Become mine." What could be the meaning behind this new alliance? Asta and Yuno were abandoned at the same church on the same day. Raised together as children, they came to know the Wizard King, a title given to the strongest mage in the kingdom, and promised that they would compete against each other for the position of the next Wizard King, same as Naruto and Sasuke. But twist is that Yuno is able to wield magic with amazing power and control, but Asta cannot use magic at all. When they reach the age of 15, Yuno is bestowed a spectacle grimoire with a four-leaf clover, while Asta gets 5-leaf reward, a black clover. A few days later, the two friends head out into the world, both seeking the same goal to become the Wizard King. Our exorcist follows Rin Okimura, who appears to be an ordinary, somewhat troublesome teenager. That is until one day he is ambushed by demons. His world turns upside down when he discovers that he is in fact the very son of Satan, and that his demon father wishes for him to return so they can conquer Asiha together. Not wanting to join King of Gehenna, Rin decides to begin training to become an exorcist so that he can fight to defend Asiha alongside his brother Yukio. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker who is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo, other than failing to nail down a girlfriend even once throughout his life. In the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the street and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a voice echoes in his mind and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. When Satoru regains consciousness, he discovers that he has reincarnated as a group of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably the power to devour everything and mimic its appearance and abilities. Vash the Stampede is the man with a bounty of 60 billion on his head. The reason he is a merciless villain who lays waste to all those that opposes him and flattens entire cities for fun, garnering him the title the Humanoid Typhoon. He leaves a trail of death and destruction wherever he goes, and anyone can count themselves dead if they so much as make eye contact. Also, the rumors say. In actuality, Vash is a huge softie who claims to have never taken a life and avoids violence at all costs. With his crazy donut obsession and buffoonish attitude in tow, Vash traverses the wasteland of Planet Gunsmoke, although while followed by two insurance agents, Meryl Starkey and Millie Thompson, who attempt to minimize his impact on public. But soon their misadventures evolve into life or death situations. As a group of legendary assassins are summoned to bring about suffering to the trio, Vash's agonizing past will be unveiled and his morality and principles pushed to the breaking point.
I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard, yeah, you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing.
As a cultivation genius who has achieved a new realm every 2 years since he was a year old, Wang Ling is a near invincible existence with powers far beyond his control. But now that he is 16, he faces his greatest battle yet, senior high school, with one challenge after another popping up. His plans for a low-key high school life seems further and further away.
I want the whole world in the palm of my hand. I got a plan, I'm the man. Now I'm teaching the game, a veteran, better than anybody
In time of need, if you look in the right place, you just may see a strange telephone number scrawled in red. If you call this number, you will hear a young man introducing himself as the Yato god. Yato is self-proclaimed delivery god who dreams of having millions of worshippers without a single shrine dedicated to his name. However, his goals are far from being realized. He spends his days doing odd jobs for 5 yen apiece until his weapon partner becomes fed up with her useless master and deserts him. His fortune changes when a middle school girl, Hiyori Iki, supposedly saves Yato from a car accident, taking the hit for him. She survives, but the event has caused her soul to become loose and hence able to leave her body. Hiyori demands that Yato return her to normal. Yato agrees to help her,